Drew and Kyle are here from the Bolt Bros.
Let's go.
Let's go. Week 16 matchup versus the Cowboys. Big matchup for the Chargers. Chargers win it. They are officially in the playoffs. That is 11 wins. You should be 100% locked in. But big game, guys, for the Bolts. Big game for the Cowboys. They don't got much to play with at this point. At the point of negative 1% or whatever it is, 1% basically to get in the playoffs of some point at this point. So they don't got much to play for at this point at all. So either which way, guys, we got a lot to talk about this one. So let's just go ahead and get into it, guys.
All right, Bolt Bros. Let's go.
What's up, Kermit, man? You watching the Bolt Bros podcast. Stay tuned.
Charter blue dreams, stadium lights gleam. Bolt Bros on the beat, lead stream. Chargers rocking speeds, Sonic supreme. From the podcast to the field, we're a team. Charged up, Bolt Bros on the night. LA Thunder in electric delight. Bolts in the battle, sparking bright. Charged up, ride the lightning, feel the fright.
Nice. Let's go.
Nice.
Nice.
Nah.
Charge!
Let's go.
You know what's kind of cool though is I've been seeing a lot of fans coming out to driving out or flying out or whatever for this game in Dallas. And I mean, I remember in the preseason in July, we were hanging out at our family reunion and we were chatting with some of our cousins that actually live in Dallas, and we're like, man, that would be a real fun game to go to.
Right? Yeah, we talked about that, but we didn't follow up on it though. But
Definitely did not.
We did not. Yes.
Last time y'all went out to a Texas game, we lost.
Good
point. No, you banned. You banned.
You banned.
You banned. Gonna do it. Wouldn't be prudent.
I was thinking about it was some years ago, but I think it was Chargers. I think they found a way to make the playoffs, but it was like a Thanksgiving game versus Cowboys, and I remember the Chargers just absolutely throttled the Cowboys for that game. And I think, man, I remember Keenan Allen had a great catch. Man, I can't remember specifically what year that was, but always in my mind when I think of Dallas games, I always think of that game. Now it sounds terrible because I'm sounding very much like I'm not giving you a specific date or whenever that game was. But at the same time,
let the chat decide.
Let the chat decide.
The real question.
Keenan Allen, Thanksgiving.
Come on now.
Yeah, Thanksgiving. Here, I'm gonna look right now, dude. Thanksgiving game.
We got to host slap them. That's true. They got nothing to play for. I mean, the good thing for us is that we are starting to play better, right? Defensively for sure. Offensively, I think they're playing well enough to get a W. But I'll tell you what, the Dallas Cowboys got a great offense, man. They are, they're high flyers. So we've got to shut them down.
The contrast to them, great offense, absolutely terrible defense, and we'll talk about all those stats and everything too. And just to say here, what I was talking about was November 23rd, 2017, week 12, Chargers defeated the Cowboys 28-6. That's where Phillip Rivers threw for 434 yards, 3 touchdowns. Keenan Allen had 172 yards in that game too. And that's when the Chargers are 5-6. It was kind of that pivot point for them for the 2017 year. And I don't know why my memory always goes back to that game. Now I will remember that when that game happened. So thank you, Google. Thank you, AI, whatever it is. Appreciate it. Google. Appreciate the help. They definitely help out. But Pappy is talking about it right now. Exactly. He said Nova 23rd, 2017. So yes, I don't know if Nova is like the Spanish way to say November or not, but or a mistype. I don't know.
Yeah. All right, maybe.
But any which way, guys, we got a good show here for you. We'll give you a little bit of hype, a little bit of talk, obviously, about the Chargers, kind of what they're doing, and then we'll obviously break down some stats and everything too. But appreciate you guys tuning in. Kind of at a weird time of the week, but as we're going through the holidays, traveling, all these weird little parties, all these different things that are happening, we just got to get you guys a show and a pregame show for you guys for this weekend, and a big game. I mean, straight up, Chargers win this game. We tie the amount of wins we had last year already at that point, with 2 more games after that too. So we could legitimately, if you run the table from this point, you go 13-4. Now, I would hate if we go 13-4 and we're still sitting at the 5th seed as a wild card. I hate the way the playoffs are structured. It should be best records 1 to 4 should basically get a home game. It should not be anything to do with, hey, you're the division winner and that's what it is. Because I mean, there's potential chance that the Steelers could be 9-8 winning a division and get a home game. That's stupid. That's real dumb. I hate that.
Really stupid. Yes. Yeah, I think it's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out in general, right? I think, bottom line, they have nothing to play for, so you got to wonder if they're really just going to, throw some scrubs out there, maybe some rookies that they want to see play. But I just hope the Chargers come out and just take this game very seriously, because the next 2 games are after that going to be pretty interesting, right? Obviously, the Texans are going to be in it, and then the Broncos are going to be in it. So we got 2 more actual playoff games after this. So it's going to be exciting for the Chargers. They better show up and make sure they get this win, because if we get the win, we get 100% chance we go to the playoffs.
Yeah, it's pretty much just a lock at that
100%.
point. It's just now it's all seeding where you get from there. If it's going to be a 7 or a 5 seed, or potential even division too. So
yeah,
there is still that scenario, guys. I mean, essentially, if Broncos slip up on 1 game and we win out, slide right on into that division win, baby.
Boy,
LT sliding right into the division, dude. Dude, I think that would be so sick.
You got to reverse that. Go up instead.
Yeah.
That's
That's the wrong way.
Yeah.
It kind of sounded like a slide though, in a weird way. But,
Yeah, it's a slide. It's a slide. But it's not a slip up. But it'll be this way.
There you go. Oh yeah, we'll be all bricked up, dude. Yeah, for sure.
Rocked up.
I like
for
it
sure.
too.
Rocked up, dude. And to your point, Andrew, though, like the Cowboys could be playing some other players, like younger players, like Jaden Blue has been a lot of talks too for them for the running back side of things, getting him rock a little bit more, seeing what he could potentially do for this team. I mean, they have less than 1% chance to even get to the playoffs at this point. It would take a miracle, essentially, for the Eagles to fail for the next 3, and they play 2 games. 2 of their next 3 games are against the Commanders. Pretty much, they're going to win at least 1 game.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
But,
it's going to be it'd be pretty rough for them to not make that, but we'll see what happens. Obviously, so no, but it's exciting. I mean, guys, it's playoff football. I mean, we are in playoff football, man, and you cannot
the season.
There's other fans out there that don't got playoff football. They got nothing else to look forward to. They're like, all right, we'll get them next year.
I'm starting to think about draft picks already. You know,
Raiders fans, dude. Like, hey, man, they nobodies, dude. They're a bunch of busted. So just saying, it's exciting.
Yes, sir. Well, let's jump real quick into some slides here. I thought this was an interesting slide. I don't know if Kyle talked a little bit about this one on a show on Wednesday or what.
I did not get into this one. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is an interesting one. So NFL run block, pass block composite ratings. So basically, how are the Chargers in the pass block composite versus the run block composite? Well, we are terrible at both of those.
Apparently.
Absolutely terrible at both of those.
Yeah.
Like the worst, like bad. We are bad. We are the bottom of the barrel at this point.
That's why they call us the 32nd ranked offensive line in the entire league. So yeah, it makes sense.
Well, and definitely bad pass blocking. Yeah, we're 32nd ranked. We are horrible.
Yep.
32
I mean, this
of
is
32.
like we're like literally bottom of the barrel right here. Yep. And it's awful to look at this stat, but you got to look at some of the other teams out there that are on this chart. You got the Broncos that are very high. They have a great offensive line. Bills have a pretty good O-line. Bears obviously have a good O-line. Colts, Rams, those are the good teams out there, and teams that are actually in the running and contention at this point.
So bad.
Yeah.
But you got to give a huge shout out to our boy Herbie, because, dude, if we don't have Herbie, dude, we would easily have a flip of schedules at this point. It would be 4 and whatever. We'll just end as 4 and 13 or 12 or whatever. 13, I think, would be 18 games, 17 games.
100%. Yeah.
So bottom line, if you don't have Justin Herbert out there, we would not be where we're at this point. And this is just a crazy slide just to realize how bad this offensive line is. And wild. It's
embarrassing, quite frankly. It really is embarrassing. And I keep going back to when Greg Roman was talking about who was it? Bozeman. And he was like, they were asking, Justin, really about him, and saying like, well, his PFF scores are really horrible. And he's like, well, those aren't my scores. Right. And he was basically like, saying, "Oh yeah, well, I don't care about PFF scores. I care about what we do." I'm like, dude, they cannot be that far off. Like how they're letting free runners go all the time, and there's something wrong with the communication. There is something going wrong. Like one guy's going this way, the other guy's going that way. It's just weird. Like I don't know what's going on with that, but they have got to figure that out. And it is weird that they haven't fixed that. Strangely, one of our better offensive linemen has been Zion Johnson, and actually, Jamari Sawyer has actually been really good. So I'm eating crow. Of course, he's still mid at best, right? But he's the best of the worst.
Mid is good for our offensive line right now.
Yeah, we'll take mid all day.
I'll take mid.
Yeah.
So bad. So
I'll say this though too. So right before this, Jim Harbaugh did speak to the media, and he did talk a little bit about that they actually do have their own type of formula that they are using. I don't know what that is or whatever, and they do say that they are playing the best players that they have available. So like, I guess that really does kind of show you that potentially Andre James is probably just straight up worse than Bozeman. And that's not a good sign, not a good thing to hear, of course. But it does kind of pose the question. It's like, okay, like how can they not communicate and coach up Bozeman to be like, look, you're not blocking anybody on the left. How about you just turn your head to the right? And you're like, oh, there's a free runner right here. I should get in front of him. You know, is he not an ambi turner? Come on now.
It's terrible. Like I mean, it was horrible how like, there's a guy coming up. I mean, and I understand if there's two guys in front of you, you got to kind of pick one to the other, right? But here's my other thing too. Like there was other times when other people on the line, like Mekhi Becton, wouldn't help. Bozeman, it's the same. You know what I mean? They're not working to. It's just weird, and it's like, how could they be that bad? It's just weird.
It is very strange. I have some slides and everything too of what the Chargers have been doing to combat that whole situation, and even some stats about current players on the O-line. But I mean, the amount of configurations this O-line has gone through is unbelievable. Like crazy. It is unbelievable. And, it's even to say that, like, there's a lot of teams that are dealing with it too. I mean, right now, one of the teams that's actually dealing with it is the Bucks too. They even have some guys like Forrest Lamp on that line. If you remember that guy too, he's still around, like it's crazy. I think it's Forrest Lamp. It's one of those Bucks Chargers high pick Telesco picks, but either which way, man, it's a lot of people are dealing with injuries right now, and I will actually go over the injury list too that just got updated with basically the Chargers and the Cowboys injuries too. So we will go through that. So
it's actually isn't it pronounced Cowgirls?
Cowgirls. Well, in your alternate universe, it always is something.
It
different.
Is, baby. And, it is. You know what I mean?
I don't think you could never. You always call it something else. The
Cowgirls, no big deal.
Yeah. Dan Feeney. Dan Feeney.
That's right. Guard.
Feeney.
But I will say, regardless of what this whole O-line has been dealing with, like, it is still incredible to see that they are actually a 10-win team at this point, and potentially could be a 13-4 if you end up winning out. That is incredible, and that is a huge shout out to coaching. That is a huge shout out to Justin Herbert. That is keeping this team together, and that's why you get a coaching staff like Jim Harbaugh. 2 10-win team, or excuse me, double-digit win seasons back to back. It's been a long time since we've ever done that. We were 5-0 in the division, and it's the first time the Chargers have ever done that as an organization. There's a lot of things that are just breaking with this team, and second year Harbaugh has really lifted this team up quite a bit. So it's fun to watch this team right now. Now, just to move on real quick, just kind of go over the TV map. If you're in the red, you got the Chargers game locally on Fox for you. So it's actually a pretty widely broadcast game in the morning for this game. It's probably, actually, if you look at it, it's probably one of the better games outside of the Jacksonville-Denver game, which that one's actually pretty big too. Specifically for, no, that's the late game too. Never mind. That's the afternoon game. So this is going to be the big game for most of America, is our game. Chargers. So Dallas, obviously America's team. Yeah, whatever kind of thing. They're going to get a lot of the broadcast for the morning show, or game, I should say. So
that's awesome.
Nice. Love to see it. And game preview picks. Guess what?
Oh my goodness.
I don't know if you guys saw that. There was like a meme that MJD actually chose the Chargers.
Oh my goodness.
Like,
Really?
oh my gosh, he chose the Chargers, and now our boy M Grant over here, he's against us, dude.
Still hating. Still hating.
Still hating, dude. But hey, Adam Rank's on board, and hey, I'll say this: last couple weeks, people have been sleeping on us. Hey, one person's choosing for us to win, and now it's the flip. Now it's going to be one person choosing the Cowboys. I hope that doesn't come to bite us in the butt or anything like that. But we need to get this dub, and we need to keep this ball rolling and this momentum that we got going on with this team. So,
yeah, I mean, look, I think we should win. What are we favored by 2 or 3 points? I don't remember.
No, they're favored.
They are favored. Yeah,
that's so crazy. Yeah, we were talking about that on the AFC West podcast. I'm like, how are they favored? I guess it's because they're at home, but that's just, I don't know. Ain't nobody got respect for us, dude. What's that all about? You know?
And it's been that way for the past couple weeks for the Chargers too.
Let me double check the spread. I think the spread is actually favoring them just by like 3 points or something like that, you know? So it's really,
it was 2.5 from what I last saw.
Yeah. Well, like, so basically they're saying a field goal, and usually, you know, like a home team will always get an automatic 3 points. So they're really saying, you know, just the home field advantage is what's going to give it to them. Oh, it looks like 1.5 what I'm seeing on DraftKings.
Okay, cool.
So realistically, that could go the Chargers' way easily. So it's,
totally. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool to be able to see that. I mean, I think the thing is, though, I think the amount of money is still getting put on the Chargers side, too. From what I was hearing earlier in the week. So, which is good to see. But a lot of people, I think, are sleeping on the Chargers. I mean, you know, we got a lot of things that I think that are going in our favor for a team. We got great momentum. I mean, the amount of uplift from our defense from this bye week is insane to watch. Like the Chargers, to me, recently have just been hitting really, really hard, and you gotta love to see that. Like a team that just wants to basically knock your head off. And I feel like it's really developing this team into a very much a Harbaugh mentality, high physical, bully ball type team. Even offensively, I feel like we've gotten a little bit more bully ball too. Just playing that ground and pound and get them all wrecked, man. So
yeah, I think we're going to tenderize that meat a little bit too, you know. But here's the thing: their secondary is horrible. Yep. So we really can throw the ball. So I wouldn't be surprised if we did some 11 and 10 personnel. But again, that puts Justin Herbert in harm's way, right? You know, he's going to get hit. We don't want that. So I think the easy way of doing it is make it an ugly game, bring them down into the trenches and say, you know, all right, we're going to make it ugly. You're not going to get out there and throw the ball around. And then we're just going to have, you know, 8-9 minute drives and score a touchdown or a field goal and okay, do it again, you know, and just own the time of possession. So I'm curious how they play them. It will be interesting. I'm just hoping we just mollywop them. It would just be awesome. I just would really love that. Yeah. So,
you know, and I don't know if it's an X factor or anything like that, but I know Matt Eberflus.
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 That's what I thought. I always thought it was.
Eberflus. He's the defensive coordinator for the Cowboys. He's going to be in the booth, not on field, for the next 3 games. So I don't know if that makes any difference. Maybe he's not seeing well enough on the field. Maybe he just needs a higher point of view to be able to see what the defense is doing and what he could attack and where he could attack. But I mean, as the way this defense is going for the Cowboys, they are dead last in the NFL against the pass. 254.8 yards is what they're allowing. Total yards that they are allowing, they are 30th in the league at 382.5 yards allowing per game. And then in rush yards wise, they are, my gosh, it's just so bad. They are probably, it's about 16th in the league against the rush, allowing 120.1 yards per game. Plus the amount of points that they are allowing is 30 points even per game.
30 points. It's crazy.
I mean, they're just getting torched.
This is actually kind of why I think we could throw the ball pretty easy with these guys, right? I mean, our most effective formations is 10 and 11 personnel. It really is. So again, as crappy as our offensive line is, the easy way to fix that is just do not like GT counters. You just start doing zone read runs, right? Where you just spread it out and go, okay, cool. Then the running back just looks at the hole from left to right or right to left and says, okay, there's a spot. Let's go. And so the offensive line can be horrible at that time. whoever gets the block, you just go that direction, right? So, anyways, that's actually how you fix a crappy offensive line. You have to have a good offensive line if you're doing GT counters or these like very specific A gap, B gap type runs. I noticed we have kind of avoided doing that a little bit recently as well too. So anyways.
Absolutely. And, I think Miguel did a real good segue that we need to throw out there right now. He said, speaking of sleeping.
I hit the wrong button.
He said, man, come on, let me do it.
That's awesome. That's hilarious. Hey,
dude,
let me click it, baby. Let's go.
Oh, man. So speaking of sleeping, shout out to the Sleeper app. So let's go ahead and do a quick little message from our boys.
I do have some picks. I do have some live picks ready to go. If you want to do it that way,
let's do that. Let's do the live pick.
Pull that up.
Pull it up. Here you go.
And once again, with the picks, guys, and Sleeper app,
hang on
just to Miguel's point, he already threw out basically what we're about to talk about. You get $100 deposit match.
You got to hide that overlay there.
Yeah, when you jump on to
we were like totally hidden right there. Like, what just happened? Hey guys, we're doing it live. That's how it goes.
Yeah,
doing it live, baby.
Just relax. Just
okay.
Chill out.
So for this weekend, I just went with a running backs picks selection right now. So I need Devin A-Chain to get himself a touchdown. Bijan Robinson, same deal. James Cook, same deal. Jahmyr Gibbs, same deal. Josh Jacobs, touchdowns. Only tutties, baby. I want them tutties.
Okay.
So let's go. Hey, but A-Chain gets a touchdown. Cook gets me a touchdown. That's great for my fantasy team, by the way.
Oh, nice.
By the way, Puka and Jackson Smith-Njigba lit it up for my fantasy team last night. So that was a fun game to watch, going OT and really helping out my fantasy team even more so.
What a
let's go.
Game that was last night.
Oh, it was
Holy
insane.
Smokes,
insane.
So I also found out here at Sleeper that they actually have a 100% boost promo going on for any NFL pick that you got, but you had to pick 5 different things. So what I did with this one as well is that I did a flex pick on it. So it does reduce the amount of my payout or whatever, but it does give me options and gives me the ability to actually win, for crying out loud. It's like good. I did make a bet yesterday before the game, or on Wednesday, and it already failed because Kyron Williams did not get anything either. So,
they've been playing a lot of Blake Corum. They've been playing a lot of Blake Corum over there.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, man, and that ruined my freaking playoff abilities in fantasy as well. So
I knocked you out last week, baby. What's up?
Well, right, man. This is my work league. This is my work league.
Oh, you work okay. Yeah, the week before I knocked you out. That's right. That's right. I took care of it.
Yeah, you a sucker buster for that, man.
Hey, luckily I pulled Devontae Adams before that game. Anyway,
so. You should have. You should have. All right. Well, but that's our picks for the week, though. We're going hardcore on the running backs this week, so let's get it.
And once again, guys, get a 100% match up to $100 when you use code BoltBros. Also, I believe there's still the $20 promotion going on right now, too. Just sign up. You get free 20 right then and there.
Free money, baby. Free money.
Let's go. Let's go.
Everyone wants free money. Let's do it.
Let's go. And it seems like even Hugo Boss 760, my guy, he hit on all his picks for last night's Thursday Night Football picks. Let's go.
Let's go.
Good job, brother.
Yeah.
That's called a low key flex. No big deal, dude.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, bro, you know what I'm doing.
Flexing,
yeah, Hugo's bolting the F up. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go, Hugo.
Yeah.
Let's go. But just to jump further into the game, too, and once again, Sleeper, appreciate y'all's support. Also, shout out to Hog Media, too, and thank you so much for helping us out in the 2025 season, I should say. Too, appreciate it. But got the full injury report, hot off the press, boys. Paper's still warm. Paper's still warm, dude. Here we go. So here is all the breakdown of all.
There you go. That's better. That's better. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. We got it coming in.
So we got the full report here for us. So Keenan Allen's good. He was DMP, but a lot of the older players tend to have DMPs. Big thing too, Darius Davis is out, so you assume KLS will come back. I mean, shout out to KLS. He set up basically that before the half touchdown with a great return. I feel like the punt return game has been lacking quite a bit, so I got no problem with KLS out there again doing punt returns. Also, shout out to KLS for getting his first touchdown. Great catch, by the way, in the back of the end zone. Bud Dupree questionable, so it's kind of an interesting one with the back. I don't know if he just slept funny on his mattress or something and got a stiff back or something, dude. So we'll see what happens there. I don't know if you're going to see a signing or sighting of Kyle Kennard potentially in this game if Bud Dupree's out. So we'll see what happens there.
Yeah,
He's a bum.
Troy Dye,
man,
Trey Harris,
boy.
Justin Herbert. So we got Trey Harris full. Justin Herbert was full all week, which is a great sign for us. He's been limited a lot. So maybe that hand is getting healthier than we think. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Maybe that surgery was more minor than we realized too, though. You know, I'm thinking. I'll be perfectly honest. Like, I mean, looking at those pictures that he's got in practice and stuff, it looks more just like a glove. It doesn't look like a cast of any kind or anything like that. You know. So I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen any pictures or up close to what it looks like. You know, so
probably is more of a pad on the top of the hand.
Yeah,
but the under the hand is pretty normal, right? So
yeah.
At least that's what I noticed.
Sure.
I did see a couple other players wearing something very similar last night as well. They had more something on the top of the hand. I think it's a fairly common injury, right? So, but again, you know, he's got a metal plate in his hand. But you know, I think the biggest question is receiving the ball from the center, right? Because that's definitely, you know, it wears on you. That ball's coming. You know, they're bringing it up there pretty quick. It ain't just, you know, here you go, hand off. It's got to go fast.
Yep, totally. And he's taking snaps still under center too, which is pretty cool to see. So I mean, he actually did that right even after the surgery. So which is they did not limit him pretty much at all. So
hang on a sec. So what you're telling me is that Justin Herbert he's not a Terminator. He's literally Wolverine. He's got adamantium bones.
Oh, that's right, dude. Yeah, he is Wolverine. Bro, I'm telling you, dude. He's got some sort of you know, healing ability, just like Wolverine. I like that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, and I think Harbaugh even says that a lot too. He talks about players. Oh, he's like the Wolverine. You know, he's just gonna get out there.
He does.
Yeah, he talks about that. Yeah, he's used it a couple times.
Yeah,
pretty funny. But Quentin Johnson, he's questionable. You know, that's where the whole point of they're going to probably press to have KLS a little bit more involved too. So he'll probably be again active for this game. Khalil Mack full. RJ Mickens did get injured in the game last week. Sounds like it's not as bad as we thought, but I know he did not practice this week. So he did not get put on the IR, which is good because I think that he's definitely a big asset for this team. We'll see if Elijah Molden's going to play this one too. That's why you go out and get that Marcus May guy. You know, we have a little bit of like issues with the safety position at this point.
And Marcus May was great last year, man. Like you know, he came in, got an interception like game one as a Charger, and you know, he knows the defense really well. So, you know, in fact, I thought we were going to sign him again, or he was going to make the practice squad. But you know, I think these you know, a couple of these stand out. Really, RJ Mickens, you know, took that spot, right? He's obviously you know, impressed so far as a rookie.
Yep, absolutely. You know, it's good to basically have him back. And even Harbaugh talked about he was excited that they ended up signing Marcus May back to the team too. So
I remember that.
Yeah, that's great.
Trey Pipkins limited, you know, questionable. We'll see what happens there. Tier Tart shin situation there, questionable. I assume that he's probably going to be fine to play.
Yeah.
I don't expect him to be, you know, that much of an issue or anything like that. Gotta love Tart out there, man. But man, if you start looking at this whole breakdown of injuries for you know, the Cowboys, I mean, it is crazy. Bland is out. Sounds like they're going to put him on the IR. It's another foot issue that he had. Sounds like he's going to be done for the season too. Trayvon Diggs has been working out a little bit too, so he might get activated, but he's also I believe on the IR, so he still needs to get activated. It's just so many injuries here. You know, CeeDee Lamb did practice today. Guyton, the tackle's out. I mean, it's crazy. I got Jake Ferguson on my fantasy team. I don't really want him to do much, but I do need him to win because I'm in the dang semifinals. Come on, boys.
Oh, shoot.
Come on.
See, this is what sucks. This is when they start sitting people like, well,
100%.
Like, why? Right. You know, why even play? And so you do get a little nervous, you know, in that regard. But yeah, man, like,
totally.
You know, if I'm the Cowboys, like, put your freaking rookies out there, dude. Let the rookies go out there and have a good time. So, you know, no big deal. I mean, so we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah.
But guys, I think we can get after Dak. I think we could dry hump him all day. Just dry hump him. You know what I mean? It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, Odafe Owe, what, 7 or 8 sacks already since coming over to the Chargers?
Oh, he's freaking
It's crazy.
And Thule, yeah, here we go.
Revival
Hugo
of
Boss
his
did it
career.
perfectly.
Yeah.
Thule Mac Owe. It's gonna be crazy.
Yep. I got a slide to kind of back that up a little bit too here shortly too. So there's some really good stuff that's been going on with this edge group, man. I mean, even to say like Khalil Mack's been a little bit slacking on the sack side of things, but the amount of pressures, what he's doing, setting the edge are the intangibles about him. And that's the thing that's great about him. So
pressure rate's
huge, man. And by the way, Quentin Williams looks like he should be playing. He should probably get activated off of his concussion. He should be good. They're just waiting on an activation for his side of things too. Now, Javonte Williams did have a neck full injury situation there, but it sounds like he's going to play. But there's been a lot of talk about Jaden Blue playing and running back. So
I always liked him.
Yeah, and I liked Jaden Blue in the draft. I thought he was a really good player too. And just to even throw out some stats a little bit about Quentin Williams, and this is a little bit older stats, but how big Quentin Williams is to a defense. And I liked Quentin Williams, and I really wanted the Chargers to go after him some time ago just to see if they could do a trade or whatnot. But since joining the Cowboys, and this is from since the 24th of last month, his PFF grade is 90.8, first in the league. Like 15 pressures, first in the league. 27.1% pass rush win rate, first in the league. Like the guy is an absolute menace. So game plan, boys. Block that guy. Like, block him. Like, if he's playing, block him. Do not let him work the middle. That's the whole thing about this whole situation with Bozeman. He loves looking to the left, and then he just lets whatever happens on the right just do whatever it does, kind of thing. Like, maybe he's got a bad right eye or something. I don't know. Maybe he's not aware of something, but goodness gracious, please block Quentin Williams. Don't let him get to Justin Herbert.
He's the guy we got to watch out for sure. That guy's a freaking wrecking ball. Of course, you know, we did okay with the Chiefs, right? Obviously. Why am I drawing a blank on his name all of a sudden? The other defensive lineman. What's his name?
For
the Chiefs.
The Chiefs. Oh, you're talking about
Chris Jones?
Jones. Yeah. So we took care of him, right? I think we should be all right. Yeah. But you know,
fun fact about Chris Jones. Fun fact about him: he did not realize that the Chiefs were eliminated after that we beat them. So, like, he was like, "Oh yeah, we still got some fight. We still got a chance." And they're like, "No, you guys been eliminated."
He's like, "What? Oh shit!"
He's like, "Oh, okay, yeah."
That is hilarious. That's
funny. I feel like the Chiefs are kind of
used to it. You know?
Yeah, but I mean, I think the Chiefs in general have been pretty checked out quite a bit. Like, for whatever reason, they seem like they've been very, very checked out this season. And I don't know if it's contract stuff, pay me kind of thing. I don't know what it is, but they've been very, very checked out. And, you know, Hugo put in the chat too, just for, you know, the Cowboys. I mean, they have a great offense, a fantastic offense that could score a whole heck of a lot of points, but they got a defense that could allow a whole heck of a lot of points. And it's a very much a flip-flop situation of what their season has been, because the defense giving up so much, the offense has the pressure to basically make things happen. They got George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb, very good receivers there too. Dak is one of those guys that you could put in an MVP type conversation, even though with a bad record. I mean, maybe I'm the weirdo for saying this, but I think the MVP should be a guy that actually does something that's absolutely phenomenal, like what Myles Garrett potentially could do, of breaking the season's record for sacks. Like, I think Myles Garrett should win the MVP personally.
He's incredible. He's incredible.
By
the way, so it seems like George Pickens is checked out. When you talk about checked out, I think he's more checked out than anybody. True Cowboys fan, let us know what you think, because that's what I keep seeing, is that, like, he's like, well, dude, we ain't going anywhere. At that point too, it's like, well, why go out there and hurt yourself? You get like a season-ending injury and then it's just done, right? So, yeah, I'm very curious to see how we play with that as well too. And you're right. Roman's using Trevor Penning as a 6'6" offensive lineman. I think that's probably what he's going to be using moving forward. Again, remember, our tight end is out. That was kind of his role, Tucker Fisk. Yep. So now Roman is using Trevor Penning as that guy, and he's a freaking beast, man.
And I'll show you guys some pictures from the game. You know? Yeah, and I'll show you some pictures from the game too, of like how they utilized him too. And it's crazy if you watch just the first possession of the Chargers and how much they used Trevor Penning. It was pretty awesome to watch.
Yeah,
pretty awesome to watch. But
Yeah, I mean, I'm just you guys are saying I'm just looking at the Cowboys. Yeah, currently they're ranked 10th in the NFC. They're like 3 games behind the Packers. Like it's really, yeah. Like I
less
think
than
they're
1%.
yeah, it's really like at most 5%. I mean, you need all those teams ahead of you to lose and the Cowboys to win out, essentially, for them to have a chance, you know?
And here's the thing.
Yeah.
Packers are done, dude. They lost.
Parsons.
Yeah, Parsons. Yeah.
Parsons, yeah.
I can't remember people's names today. What's going on? But yeah, Parsons, nobody, we didn't talk about that on the AFC West Roundtable podcast. We probably should have talked about that a little more. He goes down.
Yeah.
Dude, the Packers
the game.
It shifted the game completely. And I don't know about their season anymore because, he was a game wrecker. He was killing it for them. So I don't know. I just feel like, look, I'll say this. Football is a game of attrition. We know that, right? You have to make sure you're playing your best football by the end of the year, and your team is remotely healthy.
Yeah.
The fact that our offensive line is 32nd ranked in the league, and we have 10 wins right now.
Yeah,
it's pretty awesome, guys. We have the worst offensive line.
Right.
So, anyways, and I do need a blue chew for my brain. That's a good point. I like that.
That's right, dude. He's a blue chew his brain. What about the whole George Pickens conversation? He's on his rookie contract. This is his last year. I mean, there's a side that he should not check out. I mean, period.
Right.
Reason why somebody wants to put a lot of money on, give him a bag. So if he wants a bag, he can't check out at this point. And I like George Pickens. I thought he was really good with the Steelers.
Yeah.
I think he was just misused with the Steelers.
But he got kind of a bad attitude though, too, right? He kind of seemed. So let me put it this way. Pickens is not going to go to the Chargers. Like, I know we got $111 million, as awesome as he is, unless they can convince us that he's not going to, take plays off and such. I mean, that dude is a savage.
He's really good.
He's proven to people that he doesn't play every down. So,
I know they're saying that they're predicting George Pickens will get a franchise tag, a big contract. Reports from the Cowboys. I mean, you got to think about it. That the 1-2 tandem there for Pickens and CeeDee Lamb is pretty intimidating. And then allows Ferguson to run through the middle and everything too at that point. But if George Pickens is a guy that I believe was a Georgia wide receiver, and Ladd McConkey obviously knows the guy, that would be an interesting condition. But I think we have such a deep wide receiver group right now. I think we're going to be fine. So I don't.
Yeah, we need butt and gut on that line, dude. We need some fat boys, dude. That's what we need. We need, remember that band, the Fat Boys? Fat.
Oh yeah.
Boys.
Oh yeah.
We need the Fat Boys, dude. That's what we need on our line, bro. That's exactly right. Dude.
Wasn't that called Disorderlies? That was their movie? I think that they made. Disorderlies. Yeah, that was a great movie, dude. Great movie.
We're way off subject, but anyways,
off subject. Let's get back to the slides.
Hold up. Hey, actually, I got you.
You got the Fat Boys soundtrack? Let's go.
Yeah. Boys are back. There it is, baby.
Oh boy,
hey, we're about to get clapped, dude.
Yeah, clap.
No, you can play a little bit. You can play a little bit of it. Yeah,
just a little taste. A little taste of the glory.
Just a little taste. Yeah.
Dude, and I'm just gonna throw it out there too while we're getting off the rails here. This is the actual movie here.
Oh boy, we're getting way off the rail, dude.
Way off the subject, dude.
We need to take our Adderall today, guys. I mean, I don't know what's going on.
Please, baby. I was right.
Oh, it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a disorderly. Check that out.
Dude, that was classic. 87.
I might have to watch that on YouTube or something like that.
I'm sure it's on YouTube. I'm sure it is.
That's awesome.
That's great.
All right, let's get back on time.
Let's get back to what we're talking about here, dude. This show is off the rails right now, boys.
It's all good.
I will double my dose after this show, guys. I promise. Let's go. Let's go.
So I know we talked a little bit about it. Tuli Tuipulotu, man, he's been an absolute stud for us. This is a guy you should give a contract to ASAP at this point. And 64 total pressures, 12 sacks, still got 3 games to pad them stats even further. I mean, this guy's been an absolute stud with this. And the thing is, though, too, like Tuli's been here when it was Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack. He's learned from some of the better edge rusher guys in the league. And he's really been a dude that has shown out and is a guy that should be a Charger for a long, long time, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So I think the other thing I would say about him, too, is, and Matt Moneysmith talked about it today, He's like, look, you can't put a guard on him. You have to double team him. And every good edge rusher is like that as well too. And heaven help it if you're like a tight end trying to block him, not going to work. So it's one of those things where, again, you have him, you got Khalil Mack, and then you got Odafe Owe, and then you just have like maybe someone like a Tier Tart or someone else just taking a double team up the middle. Guys, there's no way. You need 6 guys on that line to block those guys at best. And that NASCAR package is nasty because look, no matter what, you're going to be plus advantage in the backfield, right? So they're not. Where's he going to throw the ball? And he's like only going to have 2 seconds. So, anyways, it's just exciting.
To see, man.
To see what happens.
It's great to see, man. It's exciting to see, and I mean, go back to the whole conversation, and a lot of people didn't talk about it, but at the same side, the Odafe Owe, and bringing him in this team, and trading obviously Alohi Gilman, who's doing very well with the Ravens, and we know that he's a dog. But guess what? We got each one of our teams got a need, and we could see what we could potentially do with these guys for the long term. So, if you get Odafe Owe with basically Thule, if you get Mac back, if Kyle Kennard turns out, obviously we still do have Bud Dupree under one more year contract for next season. We got a pretty good little core there if they want to bring him back next season, but we'll see, man. I love to see what we got going on with this edge group for sure.
It's exciting.
For sure.
Yep. I probably should put a little bit earlier slides here, but this is basically the playoff clinching berth win. So basically, if they could clinch a playoff berth if Chargers win, Indy loses, or tie, or Chargers win, Houston loss, or tie. Chargers tie, Indy loss. Basically, it's more or less just let Indy lose and Houston lose. We'll just basically lock it up. But regardless, I think 11 wins is basically to get the job done. I don't anticipate. I love Phillip Rivers in the sense of seeing him out there still making things happen, but I just don't think it's going to happen with the Colts.
But think about how well he did against the Seahawks, right? I mean, look, that game last night.
Andy in the alternate universe again,
Bro, it's so crazy, dude. What we talking about? Hey guys,
I was actually thinking about that a lot. I think just quick tangent here. I think we need to start calling the team names based off their Mutant League football names. Whatever.
There we go. There we go. I like that. I like that.
Mutant League football. Good
hey,
stuff.
The jerseys were fire, though. I ain't gonna lie to you, dude. That green helmet, I was like, whoa, that's pretty solid.
Really good.
The gray.
Yeah, it was awesome. But yeah, I mean, look, like the fact that he did well against that defense. Of course, that defense just gave up a ton of points against the, LA. But I'll just say this, like, hey, that's a great team, and they're going to be, fighting for the playoff spots as well too. And the fact that he was even out there, even involved in that conversation, come on, man, you gotta give it up to the old man for that, dude. Love me some Phil Rivers, dude.
100%, man. Beef Tallow also brought up a really good point. Jags versus Broncos. Either Broncos lose, Chargers catch up, or Broncos win and might sit starters week 18. And the thing about it is, like, if this team could get up to 13-4 for what situation we've had with this O-line is incredible to think about, guys. And most teams would have folded at this point. But, this weekend, obviously, kind of what you're rooting for is the Colts to lose. We win. That locks pretty much everything up for us one way or another. And at this point, it's from seeding and the Jags to beat the Broncos, because then that allows the division to be open again at this point, because that week 18 game could be an absolute, hey, you could be a 1 seed or you could be potentially a 5 seed kind of situation.
Yeah, which is crazy. You're playing for a bye, dude. How nuts would that be?
Right. I love it. And dude, think about how sick it would be if the Chargers basically got home field advantage. Like, that's like a perfect scenario.
Huge. Yeah.
The boat bros are going to be there.
100%.
I will sell additional feet photos online. It's happening. Okay, done deal. Let's go, man. So we'll see where it goes from this point.
Yeah, I mean, like, the one thing that I'll say about this is that, when it comes to the playoffs, you want to keep the destiny of your playoff berth in your own hands. Don't rely on losses from any other teams or whatever like that, because when you start doing that, that's, in a lot of ways, that's a loser mentality. You got to win the game. Hello, you play to win the game. Yeah. With that said, look, I do say, I do think that there is a path forward, that if we did choose to lose this game right now with the Cowboys, Like if we can win, we win. All we need to do is win 2, which would be the next 2 after this one, Texans and Broncos, and the Broncos would have to lose 2 though. That's the biggest problem with it, And I think they have a really big chance.
We played them last week, so we can.
They're playing the Jags. Jags are playing hot right now, dude.
Jags are playing real good.
Right, the Jags are playing really good right now, but the Broncos are favored to win that game though too. So it's like and yes, and here's the problem too is that we play the Cowboys in the morning, the Broncos play in the afternoon. So depending on what we do this game will change how the Broncos play. So that's just that's why I just say like, you know what? That doesn't matter. We need to just win our games. That's
just handle our business. Handle
our business. That's it.
That's all it is, man. And that's the whole thing. Like you got to love this coaching staff because you think about the pass regimes. We need this team to do this to basically whatnot. Like
no.
We kind of hold our own destiny at this point.
Yes,
and like
100%.
We just keep winning. We're good. And ultimately the goal is get to 11. You pretty much will lock in a spot. So, so it's good to see. But just to kind of go back a little bit briefly over this, and I know we could talk about this every single time we do a show is how bad this O-line is, but we do also have our guy, Jamari Sawyer, who's actually playing well. So week 13, he's 72.2 PFF rating. Week 14, 77. He's lucky sevens across the board for him for week 14. And week 15, 73.5. I mean, we know Jamari could play the position and do it well. And I think it's a good thing to have him out there. It sucks to say that like Austin Decklis, like Penning, obviously the trade, and I'll talk about that. And I have a couple slides about the whole Penning situation and how he's being utilized. But there's all these guys that have been overlooking basically Jamari. And he's been a dude that can play and be effective at the position. So it's just really good to see that Jamari is getting his flowers and he's getting his time to go out there and shine.
Hey, and you guys know that I was definitely like, oh man, he ain't gonna do nothing, and he did it. He's done it. So I have eaten crow. I'll just say this, I think part of the reason why I think they want him to be more of a guard. I kind of understand where they think, okay, I think he's a better guard than a left tackle is you need a big dude. You need a straight up mountain over there, or someone that has an anchor like a Rashawn Slater. I mean, Rashawn Slater's anchor is just incredible. Like that guy just he gets a hold of you, you're going nowhere. He's that strong. But Jamari just does it in a different way, right? Definitely not as good as Rashawn Slater or Joe Walt, but he's still getting it done better than Decklis. Decklis just didn't move very well. So anyway, by the way, Pipkins might be back though. Did you see that? It looked like he might be back.
It's questionable on that.
Yeah, it's questionable.
Yeah. So that was the other thing I wanted to talk about. Forgot to mention.
And we'll see if that they end up putting him out there. I remember earlier in a couple weeks prior, Harbaugh would always said, "Hey, we wanted to make sure we put out the best and most healthiest guy too." So Bobby Hart might be in better health than Pipkins, and they say, "Hey, maybe we'll just let him be out for one more week," kind of thing.
Yeah,
and then they'll kind of figure out where they go from there.
Yeah, here we go. I like this too. Can you imagine LA and Rams Super Bowl?
Whew.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Okay, just to talk briefly on that. So let's say the Chargers do end up basically getting to the AFC Championship game. Let's say the Rams get to the NFC Championship game. What does LA do at that point? What can LA do? Because that essentially generally is going to be on the same day for that conference championship. So they're in the same stadium, both in SoFi. What do you do?
Yeah.
So do they do a Saturday Sunday thing? Do they do a Sunday Monday type thing?
That would be the first time in history that they have an AFC or NFC game on a Saturday as well.
Crazy. And generally they don't put championship games on a Saturday. They don't want to because they kind of want to, make sure Sunday it's all on Sunday type thing. Sunday championship Sunday. So this would be something where it's like a coin flip. Yeah, they would have to either go with a Saturday or a Sunday or a Monday or whatever they want to do at that point.
Yeah,
that would be something else.
There would not be a way for them to flip the field to make it a Chargers in between that time, So there's not a way. Your Chargers
get the paint off the field real quick, guys.
Yeah. It's not
It takes a while.
Yeah. So
okay.
Well, how wild would that be, guys? I mean, obviously, it's very much down the road right now. Crazy things. The Rams are sitting in the 5th seed now after that loss last night, and then Seahawks are sitting in the 1 seed. It's very similar to what's happening right now here, but once again, Chargers just got to handle their business, and then we'll kind of move on from there. So, but
That would be really interesting. I'm curious to see how that would, even the tailgating would be interesting too, because,
Yeah.
Hey, dude, Thunder Alley is freaking lit. It's on fire.
Ooh, goodness gracious.
Get
That
those
would be
a-holes
awesome.
out of there. Let's bolt up. Let's do it.
Totally, totally. Just to talk a little bit further about the whole situation with the Trevor Penning signing and kind of how he's been utilized here. I thought it was just really interesting. Guys, let's watch the first drive and how they utilize him. This is him right here. He is right here. So he is on the left side. He's basically playing as a sixth lineman at this point, essentially as a tight end for this. The first drive, I broke down the whole entire first drive. This is literally the first drive. For the first drive, the Chargers' first play used Penning as a tight end, motioned to the left side. Next play, same drive, motioned Bobby Hart to the left tackle and kept Penning as the right tackle. They've been just kind of using him around as a lot of different diversions of some point, which is really strange to see that happen. Even moving Bobby Hart from his position, basically, and putting him to left tackle. Play later in the drive, Penning as a right tackle, extra body as a tight end, hand in the ground kind of situation that I'm showing you right there. 9-yard carry to the left. Next play, Penning was lined up on the left side with Matlock next to him, which is this one right here. Penning in motion as a lead blocker was utilized. Next play, left side as a tight end. It just kept being that they were using him left side, right side, motioning and putting him in a bunch of different variations. And then eventually he became the right guard because Becton basically got pulled out of the game for an injury situation for one drive. But they just used him all over the place, which was awesome to see. Like, and I'll just give you one more screenshot here. Here he is again, hand in the ground, basically just over here on the left side or the right side next to Matlock. They just love to use him around the whole entire field, which was great. I mean, you understand a big guy like him. He's like 6'6", 325 or whatever, using him as a lead blocker essentially at this point. No dude's going to want to get in front of that guy, period, dude. And that's just great to see. Case in point with the whole Trevor Penning situation. This is why you have a coaching staff that's using the best players for whatever position and their strengths of where they're going to help this team. And this is a case in point with Trevor Penning. He is an absolute asset so far for this team, filling that gap of what Tucker Fisk was.
Yeah, and remember, he's really a good run blocker, not a great pass blocker.
Exactly.
So you have to wonder. I think they re-signed him anyway. He's never been hurt. If I remember correctly, I don't think he's been hurt in the league at all.
Pretty sure.
So a guy like that, if you could just make him better and make him, you want him to be a guard. Again, I don't want to say what could happen, but Mekhi Becton probably is going to get let go. Like, he seems like you're going to let him go, save $10 million next year.
Seems like he's not really happy with being here in LA.
Well, I don't know if he was happy anywhere.
It's
same
possible.
problems with the Jets, same problems with the Eagles, the whole thing.
Yeah.
So for whatever reason, but my point in saying that is he could be our next right guard. I mean, he's a big freaking dude, or you use him more like this as well too. And then eventually slide him into a guard position if an injury pops up or whatnot. But anyways, my point in saying this is I do think that it is awesome that we're using this because he's just going down and hitting people. That guy 32, Bolton, he got blasted like 3 or 4 times by him. I mean, blasted. Yep. So I think he got hit so hard like a few times. He's like, dude, I'm done. They were gassed by the end of the game. Yep. Gassed. They had nothing left. So like, well, dude, we're just screw it. Let him score. So excited.
Crazy. And it would be interesting if they do bring back Penning, and I assume they will. So I liked him actually as a left guard with the Saints. He looked pretty good as a left guard. But it would be also pulling again on the offensive line a tackle into a guard position, like just basically everybody up and down the line to potentially just be tackles. Like, I'm not saying Bradley Bozeman has not been a tackle, but he's been a guard as center. But at the same side, I think it's just really just putting huge dudes in the middle of this offensive line, just make it intimidating, build a whole wall around Justin Herbert with just massive dudes. And you gotta love it. Bully ball. And watching Trevor Penning and watching his blocks, like one thing I always worry about him is that he plays through the whistle to where he could get in trouble. And I feel like he's doing a good job of playing to the block, hearing the whistle and letting it go. But he's being physical throughout the play. And I love seeing that happen with him. And I think he's one of those guys that can have a very big mean streak and really just take out people like crazy.
Yep.
So
yeah. He's looked amazing. So I mean, good pickup. Again, he hasn't been like absolutely incredible. He's not going to step in and take over, anyone's role, but he's been an awesome 6 offensive lineman. And again, it puts Justin Herbert in a better position where he has more protection. And thank God he doesn't have to get dry hump like he was getting there for a while. So
big time.
I mean, it's a good thing.
Big time. Just to jump into the stats and everything too. So this is Chargers offense to Dallas's defense. I mean, yikes, boys. It is not pretty at all by any means for Dallas. I mean, being basically at 30 points per game. Not good. Just to give you a contrast too, the last 3 games for Dallas, they have been allowing 35.3 points per game in the last 3. So, and then in contrast, the Chargers have only given up, and 35 is what they're at right now. So they're just getting crushed on defense. So,
holy smokes.
Chargers in the last 3 weeks have only been allowing 15.3 points per game. So dang near half, more than half we're only allowing, and they're allowing 35 points per game right now. So, I mean, it's not good for them right now. So bad.
Yeah, wow. I think it could be interesting to see. Maybe you may make Trevor Penning the 6th offensive lineman, and you don't have a tight end, and then you just use him like Matlock, where he goes up and down the line, so Justin Herbert can slide the protection one way or the other. And then the rest is just out there wide receivers. You got Keenan Allen, Randy Gatson, and you just maybe play it more that way. Just 6 offensive linemen. That could work as well too. And I'll tell you, their secondary is trash. So that's kind of why I'm saying you probably could throw pretty deep on him. What I get worried about, again, we're doing these 5 to 7 step drops for Justin Herbert. It gives him an opportunity for one of those big fat boys to just fall all over Justin Herbert and break a rib or something. You know what I mean? So, that's what we don't want to start seeing. So I'm curious to see how we play it, or if we just go bully ball and then maybe lighten them up a little bit more in the second half. We'll spread it out a little bit more. I don't know if they do bully ball at the beginning, bully ball at the end. I don't know. I'm curious to see what they come out with this time.
Yeah, I mean, Deron Bland not being out there, I mean, that really hurts their defensive backfield. Travion Diggs, if he gets activated, he's a very good cornerback. I mean, Kalen Carson, from what I was hearing, is getting absolutely torched out there. And remember, their defense has Kenneth Murray Jr. We all know him, right? He is terrible against the pass. I guarantee they're going to attack him like crazy. If he's in coverage, just go to that guy. He is not good in coverage by any means. Love the dude, but gosh, I mean, he is not good in coverage by any means. So there's just a lot of players, a lot of injuries that are happening with this defensive side for the Cowboys. I mean, if you look at all their stats, I mean, their best is 24th in 4th down conversion, which is not an every down type situation there.
Look at that. They're giving up 3.6 touchdowns per game. That's crazy.
Crazy.
That is a leaky sieve, guys. That is terrible.
So bad. Wow. And even just to throw out there too, Dallas has basically allowed 101 yards on the ground in the last 3, 120 yards for the season thus far on the run game side of things too. I mean, they're just getting torched right now. Like, they're just not doing a good job on defense. And go back to their defensive coordinator, Matt Eberflus. I liked him when he was a defensive coordinator with the Colts. When he went to the Bears, his system did not work, and it looks like right now his system is not working also for the Cowboys. So it's crazy to see. But offensively wise, Chargers are doing good. I mean, I wouldn't say great at this point, but Chargers are in the last 3 games scoring about 23 points per game, so they're kind of around that same point. But the thing is, though, it really boils down to our defense. It's been just an excellent job on making sure that we have very competitive games and allowing our offense to basically kind of lean a little bit more on Cameron Dicker more than anything at this point.
Yeah. I mean, it would be nice for us to score a lot of touchdowns too. Agreed. We have kind of, focus on field goals a lot. It would be really nice to, 3 or 4 touchdowns. I would really like that. So, anyways, we'll see what happens. I mean, and they might not. They might just say, let's play bully ball again and just smash it down their throat. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm kind of curious to see, well, I'm not even kind of, I'm very curious to see how we actually played them offensively.
Yeah. Right.
Agreed.
It's going to be an interesting game, because their defense, while is struggling significantly, their offense, on the other hand,
is amazing.
Doing a lot.
Oh gosh,
our
defense is going to have its work cut out for it for sure.
Yeah, and just to look at it, they are fourth in the league, 29.1 points per game. I mean, yards per game. I mean, they'll just keep throwing the ball, keep getting a lot of big plays. And that's one thing that Dak does is throws the ball downfield, and he's got a couple good receivers for that too. Jake Ferguson obviously is a very good target on top of that too. I mean, yards per play, 6. I mean, points play, 7th in the league at 0.441. I mean, they have a lot of very good metrics all around there too. So, but don't sleep on our defense. You know what? They can play now. They can play now.
They can play now. They can play now. Yeah.
They can play now. So it's, our defense has basically only allowed 15.3 points per game right now in the last 3 games. They have, like I said earlier, they're allowing 35.5 points per game. It's a very big contrast there, guys. If our defense comes out and just does what we need to do and what we've been doing the last couple games, we'll be completely fine. And I think our offense will do a good job too. Interesting thing about just our defense, Chargers defense, they've allowed 71.3 rushing yards in the last 3 games. That is massive. Now, go back to like last year. Remember, like late in the season, we were just terrible against the run for some reason. And it started just kind of degrading. I don't know if it was Puna Ford getting tired or whatever was happening at that point. But our defense right now is doing great against the run. And
we're crushing it.
We're doing an excellent job late in the season to kind of really tighten up this defense. We're getting turnovers. We're hitting people and knocking people's heads off dang near. It's great to see, guys. It's great to see. But this defense, it's going to be really on this defense again. Can we stop their offense? And it has the ability to score a whole heck of a lot of points. Can our defense basically hold them off? And that's the story of what I think is going to make a difference in this game.
Well, and I also think we can win them in a shootout too if we had to. If it came down to a shootout, I don't think it will because I think our defense is going to be good enough to at least stop them to some degree, right? I will say one other thing too. If you recall, before the bye week, we were running that 2-4-5 defense a lot, right? That was allowing Derwin James to run the big nickel. They switched it up a lot. Like they're doing more man now. They're playing more cover 3. They're playing base. They're playing all this different stuff. They're really switching everything up. And Patrick Mahomes did not know where to throw the ball this last time when we played them. So we're switching up the defensive schemes a lot. It's actually worked out very well for us.
Yeah.
Now, again, we'll see how it does with these guys specifically. But if that pass rush continues to put some pressure on Dak and gets him kind of moving around the pocket, I think we'll be fine shape. So, look, I'll just say this. We were running that base defense like 50% of the time. It was literally the same every time. So the fact that we're not running it as often anymore is great. And I think the league is like, oh crap, we don't know what to do with the Chargers defense now. They're a little more confused. So
good.
I'm mixing it up.
Good. And just to throw kind of an interesting stat too, Dallas defense is actually the worst in the league of allowing 8.1 penalties per game. And why is that stat significant? Well, it's because they probably got a lot more youth on that team and guys get a little bit more grabby, guys that are just not as well, experienced in the league and everything too.
Discipline.
Lack discipline. Exactly. And so that's the thing. They just don't have a very disciplined defense. I mean, case in point, they're giving up 35 and some change points per game right now in the last 3 weeks. So I think the thing is, we could exploit this defense and find ways to do it. We have the talent on this team. In so many ways. Rondé Gatson to Ladd McConkey to Keenan Allen to KLS to Trey Harris, who and I'll even throw that whole thing out. I'm just going to kind of give you my last thoughts actually from this point. But Greg Roman talked about it yesterday. He talked about this offense. It's not Burger King, which I think he means as in you can have it your way kind of thing.
Can't have it your way.
You can't have it your way kind of thing. But he emphasized about Trey Harris and how critical he's been with this offense. This guy has basically played 3 positions and flawlessly executed as a team. I know there's a lot of heat towards Greg Roman, guys, but there's a lot of things that we're trying as an uphill battle offensive line wise, try to figure out the right combination and everything here too. They're finding ways, case in point, that Chiefs game. Just watch what they did with Trevor Penning. They're taking a guy that they traded for, using him as a 6th man on that offensive line and moving him around and finding ways to take the strengths of players and put us in a better position to score.
Yeah.
And I think that you got to give a little bit of credit to Greg Roman about what he's doing and what he's scheming up. Sometimes it's a little bit dull and boring looking, but at the same side, I think that's kind of that bully ball mentality that we're really instilling in this offense. And I love seeing that. And I fully expect the Chargers basically playing that more bully ball this week. So can't wait, man.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it. Go ahead, Kyle.
No, I'm just laughing because Athir's in the chat now. He's
let's go.
Off. No, he's like, hey, what the heck H is going on? Why are you guys here today? It's supposed to be Saturday.
Hey, it's Christmas, all that stuff. It's just a lot of things going on, man.
I'll be on plane tomorrow. And so it's the only time we could do it before the game.
Sorry, Athir. Yeah. We'll make it up to you, big buddy, or my baby, I should say.
Big buddy. Big buddy.
I don't know what I'm saying. My brain was just whatever. But look, let's just say this. You play to win the games. Let's go. Like the destiny is in our hands, what we can do. Because basically at the end of the day, if we win our games, all the way to the end, we have a shot at getting the first seed. And that's one of the most important things. Because if we need that bye, and we need some home field advantages and stuff like that, so
I'll be so sick.
And if we can, say that we do end up going to the Super Bowl, how sweet would it be that we end up winning the Super Bowl in San Francisco, just to be like, hey, we finally get ours back, like that. We finally show them that we actually can play ball, like that, because the Niners whooped us so bad last time in Miami all those years ago, so
Steve
Young. That would just be sweet. That would just be sweet. Yeah. But for this week against the Cowboys, amazing offense. Our defense just needs to step up with it. Like they're going to have their work cut out for them. We know our offense is a little suspect right now, but we can still pull it off. So it's going to be an interesting game for sure.
I agree. Now, I think bottom line, the defense is going to win this game for us for sure. I truly believe we're going to see some interesting things from Greg Roman. I do think they'll mix it up. I think they'll go jumbo. We might see some 12, 13 personnel. We'll probably see some of those heavy packages. But I think you're right. Trevor Penning's been a really nice addition to this team. And again, you have to also appreciate the fact that, guys, we've lost to all pro, all world, all amazing, probably arguably the two best tackles in the NFL gone. And now we've had scrubs out there and the worst offensive line, and we're still winning games with this guy. So look, like you have to be very appreciative of this coaching staff to even get us to where we're at now.
Right.
I think that's the team, that's the culture, that's everything we built out, and it's just absolutely amazing too. So, look, I'm just excited. Oh, and we got a super chat from Athir here. Here we go.
Oh my God.
He's like, hey,
go just to the end of the show. Here we go.
Yeah.
All right.
Aubrey misses a 42-yard field goal as the time expires. Escaped with a 31-30 lad punt return for a team. Wow. Okay.
Let's go.
I was going to say KLS with a punt return, man. What about a KLS punt return for a team?
KLS,
that'd be, man.
Yeah, I like that too. I like that too.
Yeah, now, I'm not a huge fan of using Ladd for returns, man. I'm like, I know he's got the quickness with him and stuff, but man, that's just putting him out there and risking him, So
true.
Yeah,
I agree.
Same with KLS too, but again, clearly, old Darius Davis, he's gotten too beat up at this point. So
yeah.
All righty, guys. Well, we are the Bolt Bros. We'll see you guys in the next one. And again, we're going to go live, obviously, after the show as well, too. I will be in Arizona. Kyle will still be in Utah, though, unfortunately. So,
that's right, right.
And by the way, I think Andrew, both me and Andrew will be at the Bolt Pride 602 watch party, too. So I'll throw up the post for that, too. So come on by and get some Wiggins.
Autographs are $20 each, guys, just so you guys know.
That's right, baby.
I'll sign like a little baby's head, you know what I mean? Just
yeah, totally.
Going out there kissing some babies. Shoot.
No doubt.
All right, guys, we're the Bolt Bros. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Bolt Bros.
Let's go.
Hey, what's up? Cameron Dick here watching the Bolt Bros podcast. Let's go.